Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're really pleased to be here with you today. My name is Eva Malone, and I'm the program leader for a suite of 5 undergraduate programs in the Biological Sciences at Edinburgh Napier University. And I'm here today with my colleagues, Dr. Gavin Ballantyne and Dr. Amy Poole, and some of our current students, Christina and Fern. And we're here today to talk to you about our programs and try and give you an insight to what it would be like should you come and study with us at Edinburgh Napier University. So, as I said, I was the program leader. So, one of my responsibilities is to lead the team and lead the delivery of the programs and ensure student satisfaction on the programs and make sure our students are happy and learning and enjoying their programs. As I mentioned, we have a suite of biological sciences programs, and what that really means is we have 5 individual undergraduate programs, and these are applied microbiology, biomedical science, biological sciences, animal and conservation biology, and marine and freshwater biology. So we recruit students onto all 5 of those programs. And all of the programs are accredited by the Royal Society of Biology. And the Royal Society of Biology is a professional body. It's external to Napier, and they review and accredit programs across the UK. And they have come to our institution, come to our laboratories, assessed our facilities, met the team, met our students, and have looked at our program design and how we deliver our programs and the content that we focus on. And we have met their standards, and they're very happy to accredit us. And so we are accredited by the Royal Society of Biology. And so that's important to us and something we're very proud of. We're also known in Edinburgh for our student satisfaction. So final year students on our programs, and actually on programs across the UK, fill out a survey called the National Student Survey. And Edinburgh Napier University is top in Edinburgh again for student satisfaction. And within the suite for our 5 programs, we have a really strong track record in student satisfaction. In the area of biomedical science, which includes 3 of our programs, we have a 94% student satisfaction. And for our other 2 programs, animal and conservation biology and marine and freshwater biology, we've been ranked as the 2nd modern university for animal science, and that's the topic area that these programs reside in. And so one of the things that we are known for, in addition to student satisfaction, is how we support our students. When you come and study with us at Napier, we get to know who you are, and we develop a relationship with you over your time. You're more than just a student number to us, and that's something that we're recognised for in the sector and recognised for by students. So, as I mentioned, I'm here with a team today, 2 of my colleagues and 2 of our current students. And so each of us is going to talk to you a little bit about the programs, and then we'll have a question and answer session. So you can enter your questions into the comments at the side, and we have some time saved so that we can answer those questions for you. So I'm going to pass over to Dr. Gavin Ballantyne. Gavin leads up the year 3 and year 4 of our animal and conservation biology and marine and freshwater biology programs. And Gavin, I'll hand over to you.
Hi, everyone. So I'm just here to talk you through some of the focus of our more environmental themed programs. If we could bring back up the slide of the different degree routes, please. In all of our programs, we have a common foundation year where all students going into our first year get a good basic background and all the knowledge that they'll need to do well in whatever degree route they choose. And then in the second year, we split up more into the more environmental routes or the applied microbiology and biomed routes. And in the environmental routes in second year, you get a bit more of a grounding in the basic ecological knowledge that you'll need. Learn how to handle some data and get some practice identifying a wide range of different plant and animal groups. And then from the third year onwards, you specialize more in the degree route that you've chosen, whether that's animal and conservation biology or marine and freshwater biology. And in the third year, we do a lot more practical work with you, getting you out to do more field work, getting you to do more data analysis and mapping of habitats. And in third year, there's also a residential fieldwork trip, either one or two of these, that gives you a good opportunity to get to know the rest of your cohort beyond the other students that you've already got to know by that point. So it's a really good chance to kind of get a whole range of skills and put them into practice. In the fourth year of the degree routes, you spend the first half of it doing regular modules that help prepare you for your final project of the degree and work beyond that. And then in the second half,
I think we have a technical glitch and Gavin has frozen. While you're back with us, Gavin. You froze for a little bit.
Did I disappear? Okay. I was just talking through the different degree routes. What year did I get up to before I froze? Third year. Okay, great. So in the third year, you're specializing on more things and you're getting more practice at good practical skills, really. And then in the fourth year, you've got some modules in the first half of your fourth year where you'll get a chance to try out different things and learn things in a bit more depth. And the modules will help prepare you for the second half of the fourth year where you'll be doing a research project. And this is going to be a project that's based very much on the topic of your choosing. You've got quite a lot of freedom to choose something that is a topic you're passionate about. Discussing things with your project supervisor and other staff members to help pick a project that might be something like fieldwork surveys in Edinburgh or further afield. It might be lab-based projects where you're bringing samples back to the lab to work with or carrying out behavioral studies in the lab. Or it might be more of a data analysis project, working with data from a wide range of sources, or potentially survey work as well, because it's really important that we learn how people feel about the habitats that they live in and that you've been studying throughout your degree. So all of this on the environmental routes gives you really good grounding in skills and experience that can take our students onto a really wide range of different things. Some of our students go into research, they go on to do a master's and then go on into academia. Other students go on into the field of conservation. Other ones go into working with government or working with businesses. Many of them go on to be ecological consultants that go out to do survey work as part of their job to give advice to different businesses on how best to manage habitats. And then other ones go into other fields like teaching. So the animal conservation route and the marine and freshwater routes at Napier give you a good opportunity to go into a really wide range of fields. And we obviously provide support throughout your degree to help you decide where you want to take it next. Amy, would you like to talk a bit more about the other routes?
I can do. Thanks, Gavin. Hi, I'm Amy. So I'm a lecturer primarily on biomedical and microbiology programs where I teach genetics and molecular biology. So as the year leader of these programs, Eva just asked if I'd talk for a few minutes about them. So as Gavin has eloquently described already and done some work for me, they have the common foundation year, but in second year, if you're on one of these two programs, we'll start to specialize a little bit, study important topics such as biochemistry, an introduction to sort of microbiology, and some basic genetics. And then it's really in the third year that the programs start to diverge a little. So in terms of biomedical science, this plays an important role in human health and our healthcare systems. And through our program, through lectures, tutorials, workshops, and labs, what we'll do is identify or introduce you to the different concepts underlying the investigation of human health, going from physiology, looking at the whole organism, right the way down to cell biology and how cells respond to stress and disease, look at predictive medicine and genomic medicine, how the body responds to infection via the immune system, or how the immune system can damage the body itself. And all of these subjects will give you a really good understanding, a really good knowledge base for going forwards into final year, which is got a strong research focus, so we can really get you engaged in the cutting edge of science and the new techniques that are coming about to diagnose and improve human health. And on our biomed program, and in fact across all of our programs, you're taught by lecturers that are active researchers, and so they're experts in their field and experts in their topic, and you can be assured that you're being taught information that's right at the forefront of science. Okay, and for those of you that prefer bugs and things smaller, you might like the microbiology program, learning about different microbes, how they live in urban environments and natural environments, and sort of how we interact with them. But our micro program actually has quite a strong biotechnology focus. So how can we harness the power of microbes to make drugs, to improve food processing, to clean up pollution, to monitor pollution? And so with all of our modules, we have micro-specific modules and biomedical science-specific modules, but you'll see there's crossover between the two as well. And at the fourth year, you'll get projects offered to you where you can look at mechanisms underpinning human disease on a molecular level, where you can investigate natural antibiotics found in different environments. And all along the way, as Gavin said, and I want to emphasize that, we'll support you in the labs, we'll support you in lectures, we'll support your learning to make sure that you're confident and competent by the time you graduate. Is that okay?
Maybe we should discuss biological sciences in the middle of the picture there. So it's many students who come to study with us, they don't maybe know exactly where they want to focus on. They've not got a specific career in mind yet once they leave us, whether they want to learn more about ecology and the habitats that we depend on, or learn more about the biomedical issues that and microbiological issues that Amy just discussed. And so they can join us on the biological sciences route. And they've got a chance to try out different things, get a bit more of a taster of different modules on the different routes, so that they can decide really what they care about most and what's best for them. And we obviously help with these discussions. Every student who joins us is given a personal development tutor who meets with them plenty of times to get to know you and to really see what is going to be best for you and what's the best route for you to take. So there's plenty of support to help make decisions about where to end up. And on that biological sciences route, or on any of the routes actually, in the first couple of years, you've got plenty of scope to shift your degree route to something that if you change your mind and decide you want to focus on something else.
I think that's a really good point. So I think a lot of our students might reflect that it's really nice to have that flexibility, because in our common foundation year, you'll study lots of different topics, and you might find that you like something that you didn't expect to, or don't like something that you did expect to. And it gives students our flexibility to change their route even after a year of studying with us.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Gavin. I wanted to add something, if I may, as well. You mentioned that all of the team are research active, and the advantages that has, because they bring their research into their teaching and into the classroom, into the practical space, and out to the field. And so our professors are very hands-on on the program, as well as our lecturers and associate professors. So you get the opportunity to develop relationships with scientists at various stages of their careers. But we're also very passionate about teaching as well as the research, and we're passionate about how students learn and creating spaces and environments for students to succeed. And so we are known for having an innovative approach to learning and teaching on the programme, and to the delivery of the programs, but also the assessment, and bringing that variety and innovation into assessment strategies that we use on the programme too. And so maybe this might be an opportunity for us to invite our students in to join the discussion so that you can hear from the student perspective what it's like to study on the programs. And as we finished on biological sciences, and we were talking about this option-rich route where you build your own program from the module catalogue we have, I may invite Christina to join the conversation first. And Christina is studying on biological sciences and has an interest in the environmental side of the program. So it takes modules that are present on animal and conservation biology and marine and freshwater biology. And Christina is a year 2 student. So hi, Christina.
Hi. I'm just going to start by saying that obviously my name is Christina. I'm a year 2 student. I've chosen modules based on what I love so far. As the first year was common with all the other students, I had plenty of time to decide what I want to do. And when I had questions, I had my personal development tutor to ask. And they were very kind, and we had meetings every now and then whenever I had questions. And they helped me to decide which way to go forward. I'm still a biological sciences student. I haven't transferred to any of them, but I did start as a part-time student and then decided I want to move full-time. And they helped me through my through this whole process. I really enjoyed going outdoors and just being a part of nature and looking at things. And I always wondered what they were. And it's nice to put a name to them and finally be able to, listen to a bird and kind of try to figure out what is it and look at the plant and just not just see the plant, but the whole ecosystem around it and how it belongs in that habitat. It's just something I've always been passionate about, and I really enjoyed studying about it so far, and I'm looking forward to my next couple of years at Napier.
Thanks, Christina. I may just pass over to Fern now, if that's okay. And Fern is a final year student, so a year 4 student on our programs. And Fern is studying biomedical science. Hi, Fern.
Yep, hiya, I'm Fern. I'm a 4th year biomed student. I've always had a more human side of things focus, more than Christina. Like, wasn't very interested in plants in school. I took human biology as a higher. So when I was looking at my degree, I didn't really want to do the sort of environmental plant side of things, which is why I found biomed was more for me than a biological or an environmental kind of course where I'd have to do things I didn't think I'd be very interested in. And in our common foundation year, it was quite general. I got a lot of experience in both sort of areas, like environmental and biomed, and it cemented I like the biomed side, so I stuck with it instead. Although a few others did kind of swap over to biomed, from biomed to biological or to environmental, when they found that the things they thought they liked, they didn't really like. And it's been really great, actually. It's been a really great course, focusing on like tailored to what they think you like, and it has really being very interested in like genes and inheritance and immunology. I'm really quite interested in like the art of getting sick, is one of my lecturers put it, that I've always remembered. But the way the sort of courses work really works well for the real world. So we learn about science sort of as a theory, but also in practice, especially more towards the later years. So as a 4th year, I'm about to graduate this year. Quite a lot of focus is on science in the workplace and as a career, while previously it's been a lot of the background of it, of the mythology and labs. But I've loved having 2 different sides of things, being in a lab and hands-on, but also learning the theory behind it. So you're really getting a wide range of skills and experiences.
Thanks, Fern. It's taken me too long to get to my mute button. I need to be a little bit quicker. So one of the things that we haven't mentioned that we could maybe just touch on a little is that we have an opportunity for short placements for students that are studying on the programs. and we call them micro placements. And they're it's a competitive opportunity for students that wish to partake in it, and those opportunities happen in third year and in fourth year. And so as part of the process, students have to apply. They go through an assessment day, and they get feedback on their CV and their interview skills. And then and those that are successful then go on to be placed with a company. And we have a range of employers that we work with to run these placements and the placement schemes that we have. In fact, we have an industry advisory panel that has helped us as a team has helped to support our design of the programs and our delivery of the programs. And we meet with that panel regularly so we can understand what's happening in the workplace and get the employer's view, and understand what employers are looking for. And we feed that into our design. And that links really nicely with accreditation, because the Royal Society of Biology is very focused on skills, the development of skills, and that students have the required skills to be scientists, but also in their subject areas. So in marine and freshwater biology, for example, or biological sciences, applied microbiology, and those skills that are necessary for the workplace, those transferable skills, the skills that employers want. And we have evidenced that and demonstrated that to the Royal Society of Biology, and therefore we have accreditation. Amy.
Sorry, I was just going to add that actually, even though we don't formally offer a placement year in our programme, we actually do have students and we support them if they want to take a year. Some students do take a year and work in industry. We've got a student working at the Max Planck industry currently, and I've just advertised there's 3 placement opportunities for third years now. So the staff and the programmes, the way they're structured, we're supportive of students that do want to do placements, whether that be for a year or just over the summer. We can support students in doing that as well.
Thanks, Amy. Fern, yes?
Just, as a student perspective, it's not like blatantly obvious, like it's not integrated as part of the course. However, all of this is easily accessible if you want to do it. Like if you go out and look for things. Lecturers are always mentioning it. They're always the uni is always sharing opportunities that they know is going on. So if you're proactive and seek something out, there's a world of opportunities. You've just got to take it upon yourself to do it.
Fern, can I just ask you then about some of the opportunities you've availed of during your time with us? Would you be willing to share those?
Yeah, of course. So last year, I completed the Inter project, which was a collaborative sort of internship between Napier University and SGN, where we worked in interdisciplinary. So that's like, it means different sort of classes. So I was a science student, I had business students, I had IT students in my group, film and design. And what we did together is we created a pitch for old sort of gas sites, sort of disused land, how to make it more sustainable and eco-friendly. So then we pitched this to SGN as like a fantasy sort of goal, however also with sort of realistic elements. So we picked like a sort of a health kind of like park, which although it was in theory, it's still quite logical to sort of complete.
Thanks, Fern. And Christina, I think you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. I just wanted to mention something really quickly, just to, based on what Fern said. I am currently working for an environmental company. I'm working for a flood risk assessment company, and I'm helping them with data and anything else they need. And I feel like my background, just from last year, although it's only been 1 year, I already know a few things that they're asking me to do, and it's really helpful. So.
Thank you. That was really helpful. And while we have the placement scheme, we also have we support students with extracurricular employment activities that they have as much as we can. We also there's also the opportunity to study abroad for a trimester, and so we support students with that also. And there's a question, I just wondered if it was worth talking a little more about the field trips that are available on some courses and what they involve.
Yeah, so the field trips are pretty variable. They'll depend on the topic and the time and that we have. Sometimes it might just be a morning going out to a site nearby. Sometimes it might be a whole day of fieldwork. Sometimes, and in third year, we've got the week-long fieldwork trips. So we're really lucky in Edinburgh to have such a range of different sites nearby. You've got good forest sites. We're not far from agricultural sites. We're close to the coast, so we've got coastal sites and rivers. So we've got a whole range of different habitats that we can take students to practice surveying the habitats, to think about the identification of species that are in the habitat, and also the quality of the habitat, how our activity as people have impacted the habitat, how we can protect it with management policies. So involve a whole range of different things. And as you go further through the animal conservation and the marine and freshwater degree routes, they'll be more specialized on those different routes. For the week-long residential fieldwork trips, those are ones where we go away and you'll be staying with the other students and the staff that come along to help, to work for long days of field work, to actually put into practice all the different skills that you've gone over before on quick fieldwork trips and also discussed as theory. It's a really good opportunity to get some teamwork experience as well. It's not something you're stuck doing on your own. When you go on fieldwork trips with us, you're always going to be working as part of a team to gain all these new skills and learn more about the habitats that we're working in.
Thanks, Gavin. And for some of the programs that we provide and that you may be interested in, field trips do not occur, but we are a modern university and we're in a modern building and we have state-of-the-art facilities and equipment that students get to use as throughout their studies and their programs. And in the final year for their research project, there's increased access to this equipment and the use of this equipment. Amy, I'm not sure if you wanted to add anything to that.
Absolutely. I think our programs, all of them, but especially on the biomedical science and microbiology side, we're really mindful that we want you to be skilled in the lab and capable in the lab and confident, because that's why you're doing science, to have these skills and be confident going into the workplace. So at Site Hill, we have the large teaching labs. You have plenty of space, plenty of equipment, a good amount of time to complete a lab. And we take you through lots of different procedures with help and support so that you can start to build your skills. And each year, the labs can become more and more complex and more specialized to the kind of techniques you'd expect to be skilled with at the end of your degree. So on that side of things, I think we provide a really strong skills program, a really strong practical program, and it really helps students understand things that they're learning in the classroom to then transfer that into a lab. So it's a strong selling point of our programs, the amount of time and experience that you get in the lab.
And what's nice about the laboratory sessions is that they are delivered by members of the team with specialist experience in those techniques that aligns with their research as well. So you get that opportunity to engage with the team and learn more. From a student perspective, I wonder, Christina and Fern, have you enjoyed your time in the practicals and in the field?
I'm just going to say I really did. Last year was during COVID, so because of COVID, we didn't do much. But this year we've had a few field trips, and they were really, really interesting. And I especially liked the one we had in Cramond. Close to Cramond Island. I can't remember. It was on an estate next to a river, and it was really fun because we've managed to identify invasive plant species and I don't know, it's a different kind of studying. I find seeing things, not just studying them, easier to remember. It's easier for me to remember something I just see in the field, and it was really interesting.
I'm not going to lie, I've not loved every lab, but everyone likes and dislikes different things. And I guess my favourite ones are the ones that are a little bit more creative or fun. Like we've done a lot of like dissecting labs where we would have a chicken drumstick, and we were to identify the sort of ligaments and tendons and things. We were learning about physiology and anatomy, and like a liver. We were getting hands-on to learn about it and like see what we were actually learning about in practice. And I guess when you get into the upper years, you sort of get a little bit more sort of freedom in the lab. It's not as like high stress. At least maybe it's because it's post-COVID and the way that we've adapted to things. I like just being in the lab and just being able to sort of get on with things and try something and it not work, and then cry about it and then try it again. So it's quite good to have that sort of freedom and experience, and it's great to sort of try different sort of machinery and different things. You sort of feel like that you're imposter syndrome, like I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same time you do, and it's really very supportive. The staff there, they're always so helpful.
Thanks, Fern. And I think that is one of the things we really try to do is when students come to join the programme is to provide the support ourselves or with other departments that we work very closely with that can provide additional support so that you can make the transition as easily as possible and enjoy it as much as you can and be the best you can at what you're doing. So often we get asked questions from students coming on to the program. Oh, I might not have this qualification, or I might not have this knowledge, or I may not have this experience, whether it be a little bit anxious about not having enough chemistry, for example. Well, you know, we take students on with slightly different qualifications, but at the same level coming into the program. So we have lots of experience of helping all students and delivering modules and delivering lectures and activities so that all students can access them, and we support different students in different ways so we can get everybody up to the level they need to be. And that's part of the role and part of the design of the Common Foundation year. So if you've been offered a place to study with us, we are able to support you so that you will succeed. So don't worry about a perception of having a lack of experience or knowledge coming onto the program. If you've been offered a place to come onto the program, we will support you to succeed. And I think as well, going back to that, yes, we're research active, and our research facilities are in the same building as our teaching facilities. So there's crossover there, and we're also passionate about the learning and teaching. And on the programme, we're very proud to have 2 national teaching fellows, and that's 2 members of our staff have received this very prestigious award for excellence in teaching and an outstanding contribution to education across the UK. And not every suite of biological sciences programmes in Scotland can say that. And that just evidences our approach to student support on the programmes. But maybe, again, I'll just open it up to Christina and Fern just to tell us a little bit about what they enjoy most about studying at Edinburgh Napier.
I'm just going to touch on the previous question as well, because someone asked if they're not very confident in their chemistry, and does that mean that they struggle in a biological science program? I just want to mention that I'm a mature student, and I finished high school 10 years ago, and I had no previous knowledge of chemistry whatsoever. And I've managed to do quite well, and our chemistry teacher, and not just chemistry, maths, and they've just been really, really understanding. And I had the freedom to ask the stupidest questions online, and no one made fun of them, so that was good. And that's probably what I enjoy the most about studying here, is the fact that I have someone to ask when I don't know. And also, it's just really important for me to be able to talk to a teacher and explain, this is what I don't understand. Can you just help me move past this this barrier? And they all do. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd say very similar to Christina. I think my favourite part of studying at Napier is the staff-student interactions. The staff-student relationship's fantastic. Like, there's never any issues. Everyone goes to class and we have a great time. And during COVID, that just got even better rather than worse. The staff were super supportive and always there. Everyone's emailing about tiniest little issues at all hours, and they always got a reply really quickly. And we always tried to keep sort of positive during COVID online learning. One of our lecturers gave us pup dates when our puppies were born, just to cheer us up in the Monday morning lectures. And all of the lecturers know everybody. They'll know everyone's names, they know your personalities, and I know that not every uni has that. Some people have met some lecturers or teaching staff. So it's just a fantastic sort of learning environment, sort of like a wee community that we all can experience and feel quite equal, and that we can say sort of anything, and like there's no problems with, I don't know this, I don't know what I'm doing, please help. Of course you're going to get your help straight away.
Thanks, Fern and Christina. It's nice to hear, because that's what we try, that's what we try to do, or we hope we are doing. I don't know if Gavin and Amy want to add anything just to open it up. Just give you the opportunity to say something if you wish.
Yeah, I mean, I think we always try to make it good for the students, but it's good for us as well. We get to meet so many different students from different backgrounds, with different interests, and it's great to discuss all these topics that we care about with all these students, and get to know them and get to help them really move towards where they want to be, learn the things they want to learn, and as Christina says and Fern says, like when they're struggling with things, help them get past those stumbling blocks so they can properly understand these really important and interesting topics that we're discussing.
Thanks, Gavin.
I agree with that. The university is a really big experience, and it can maybe seem a bit daunting. And we're here to see you from the first year to the fourth year, and when we see our students graduate, it's one of the best days of the year. We're also happy to see the students get through, and we see you on your journey, and we see you developing, and we do get to know you, and we do try and support you as best you can. As lecturers, we have support staff, we have all these different groups of people that can help you. So you'd never be alone, and you never need to worry, because support is always there in one form or another. And we just want to ensure that you get the most out of your degree, out of this really important life experience, so that you can go on and fulfill whatever goals you have in life.
Thanks, guys. So for any of you out there who are listening and thinking about coming to study with us, hopefully this is reassuring for you and actually exciting about what could lie ahead. And thank you for those that have commented in the chat that you're looking forward to starting, because we're really looking forward to the next group of students that are going to come and join us, and we're preparing for that already, for the students that will come in September. And so we'll be excited to welcome you onto the programs and for you to start your studies with us. I think one question that we sometimes have is around the differences in particular between our biomedical science program and our biological sciences, bioscience program, and what differences exist between those programs when it comes to applying for a job at the end. Amy, do you have anything that you want to add? For me, I think with biomedical science, it's probably more specialist. Biological sciences, the biosciences, depends on the program and the program that you build for yourself with support from your personal development tutor. So there can be different job opportunities at the end. Sorry, Amy, I did ask you and then I started talking.
Don't worry, but not at all. I absolutely agree with that. So on the biomedical science, it's usually people more interested in maybe the human health side of things, and bioscience or biological science, they're more generic terms, which might indicate more variety. But ultimately, when you come out of your degree, whether it be biomedical science or the biological science degree, or even the applied microbiology degree, you've got the skills where our students go on to work in labs, but they don't have to work in a biomed lab. They could work in a commercial lab or an environmental lab or a water quality lab. It's having that core foundation of skills. It doesn't mean that you're funneled down a very direct path. So we have students in biomedical science that work in environmental labs, or they could work in food and drink labs. And we have people from microbiology that would work in biomedical science lab. There's still that level of flexibility in there so that you're not held to ransom on the name of your degree, because there's still a very, very common core of skills and knowledge that makes you qualified for all sorts of different jobs. And even beyond labs, you can still work in research, in academic, you can work in more commercial companies, can work in science communication. Students go on and they've worked in the banking industry because of their analytical skills. So you don't have to worry too much at the end about being pigeonholed into any particular type of science, if that's helpful.
Thanks, Amy. Gavin?
Just to quickly add to that, one of the things that we give you training to do is identify the skills you have so you can communicate them to other people. And employers will be able to look past just the title of your degree to all of the things you're discussing in terms of the skills that you've learned on the degree and the way they're transferable to lots of different outcomes and different jobs.
Thanks, Gavin. We're coming to the end of our time. I'm just looking at the clock and we don't have long left. Christina and Fern, do you have anything that you would like to say before we finish the session?
I just want to say good luck to anyone who's applying, and also let you know that I already have a degree, and it's more about learning how to think. It's understanding what critical thinking is, and I wish you all the luck in the world, and I hope you join us at Napier. It's really fun.
Yeah, so I guess I can sit here smiling and say it's been fantastic now, sort of in hindsight, but uni's not easy for everyone, and courses, it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of support in the uni there. I know I struggled in first year. It's a really big jump from high school, but it's not impossible, and it's just really on you. It's your determination and how much sort of you're wanting it. But if you're struggling, there's always a support system, and the uni is more than just academia. There's so many other different things in it. So when you pick a uni, definitely pick more than just the course. Think about what it is what's important to you as a person. Is it like mental health support? Is it the lecturers? Is it the societies as well? Because it all comes together to make a big picture and where you want to be in the future.
Thanks, Christina, and thanks, Fern. Gavin and Amy, is there anything that you would like to add?
Gavin, you go first.
Just come join us. If you, we are fairly unique in terms of we care about the research that we do as scientists, as researchers, but we care about the teaching as well. And there are few places that are so universal in terms of all the teaching staff caring about the teaching and the research that they do.
Thanks, Gavin.
I'd just echo that, to say Absolutely. And also, if you have any questions, you can get in touch with us, and we're always here at the end of emails, so there'd be opportunity to do that. But absolutely, we look forward to welcoming you in September if you decide to choose us.
And so I have, as a program leader, I have that overview of all the 5 programs and the team. And some of the positives of my role are that I get to work with quite a large group of passionate individuals who are passionate about their subject areas, and also passionate about supporting students and learning and teaching. And then I get also to see all these wonderful students that come with us, that come to study with us, and that watch them develop and change in a positive way over the 4 years, and then go and secure the job of their dreams, and carve out careers for themselves in areas that they're really passionate about. So if you want to join a supportive environment where you will be challenged, but be in a really exciting, fast-paced environment, I suppose this is the place for you. So thank you for your time, and I'd like to thank the panel for their time too, and especially our students for giving up their time and joining us and supporting us today. Thanks, Fern. Thanks, Christina. And thanks, Amy and Gavin.